Good evening, everyone. It's Andy McKee here, and welcome to Andy McKee Live Sessions. This is going to be me playing a few tunes for you, and feel free to ask some questions, and I'll answer those as much as I can anyway. So I'm going to be playing some tunes from my new album, which is called Live Book, and it's a collection of some tunes off my last several albums, and so anyway, I'll be playing some tunes off that and answering some questions, and yeah, let you know about some upcoming tour dates and stuff. Alright, here we go. I'm going to start with this tune called Titrate Night, written by Mr. Don Ross, one of my big influences. Make a really silly face. There you go. The Dude, please come to South Korea. Hey, I'm coming to South Korea, in fact. I'm coming to Busan and Seoul. So go to my website for more details. That's in July, okay? Early July, I'll be in South Korea. All right, how about up next? How about Ebon Coast? Let's see, that's like in the same tuning, so here we go. Something in your stash looks like a piece of chow mein. No, I haven't had any chow mein in many, many years. All right, so that was Ebon Coast. Yeah, what are we gonna do next? Somebody said Art of Motion. In fact, that is on my little list here of what to do. So we gotta change the tuning up. Thanks, Danny. I love you too, pal. All right, guys, here comes that Art of Motion. Yeah! Yeah, dude. So there's Art of Motion. What do we got? Let's see here. Kaboom, kaboom. Got to tune these things down a bit. This is a baritone guitar, by the way, and So Art of Motion might have sounded a little bit different than you might have heard it before. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of tunes on the baritone here, and then I'll play some harp guitar stuff for you too here in a minute. So, and by the way, this is a Dyer. Somebody was asking about that. So there's the D for Dyer, D-Y-E-R, and they've been making harp guitars for a while, and they're branching out into baritones and standard pitch guitars and stuff, and they make some quality instruments out in Pasadena. So if you've seen me on the road this year, you've probably seen me playing this guitar out on the road doing baritone stuff. So where are we on this tuning anyway? Let's see. I will do Rylynn. I don't still do lessons at the moment. Somebody was asking, but I do have a music camp we do every August called Musicarium. And you can check that out. Or also, you know, actually next year, go ahead and let you all know, I'm going to be taking some time off from touring so much. I've really been hitting the road pretty hardcore for the last 10 years, ever since my crazy YouTube viral videos, you know. And I'll be taking some time off from touring so much next year and working on a new album, full album, which will come out next year. But also during that time, I'm considering doing some video lesson stuff. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned, haha. Take some of my own advice. So this is the first song I ever actually wrote for steel string acoustic guitar, and it was written after I went out to a little village in Colorado called Uray. It's not too far from Telluride, and I was really impressed and inspired by all of the mountains. You know, it's right in the Rocky Mountains, so it was really beautiful and inspired this tune. This is also inspired by the playing of Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac and sort of his approach to fingerstyle. He never played with the pick, if you didn't know. The guitar is from Fleetwood Mac. So this is a tune called Uray. you go. Uray is the name of that one, yeah. It's not totally impossible to talk, but you sound pretty messed up, like you're drunk. But like your senses get all broken, and at least mine do. I can't hardly talk and play some of these tunes. All right, there was a when you come back to AUS, is that Austria or Australia? I don't know. Bring the beard back, yeah. Doesn't really look that good, honestly. Hello from Mexico. Hey, man. Pantera. What are we doing next? All right, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. The story behind the beads. Yeah, I've got a couple of beads that I wear, really. There's one on my left hand here, and then there's these two. These beads I got from a fan who's really a friend now, who's a great guitarist as well. His name's Adrian Ballou, and if you're familiar with that name, maybe you're thinking of the guitarist from King Crimson, or if you're more into the acoustic side, you might know about Adrian Ballou. He's a younger guy living up in Portland now, and he gave me these beads probably 4 or 5 years ago or so in Sacramento, and so I wear those, you know. And then these were given to me by a fan in China, and unfortunately I can't remember his name. It was a real brief encounter we had, but he gave me those, so that's where I got the beads from. And I like the way they look. I'm not really like a Buddhist necessarily, but I agree with a lot of the tenets of Buddhism, so but I also wear them just to remind me of my fans, you know, honestly. They gave them to me, so. All right, somebody requested this one. This is also on the live album. But here it is on the baritone. And yeah, I'll play Drifting in a moment too. That's a good idea. Play Freebird. Here's For My Father. Thank you. All right. For my father. Literally for my father. He got me my first guitar 24 years ago, and he passed away a few years ago from cancer. So this was a tune for him. Dan McKee was his name. All right, so what do we got here? Thanks, man. All right, here we go. Here's some this is in the same tuning, so we'll go ahead and do this one. This is Rylynn, of course, and this is a banjo capo there, if anyone's curious. And I use Shub capos. I love those guys, and they make some really nice capos. This banjo one works great for doing partial capoing on a few strings, so I'm covering 4 strings on Rylynn on the 5th fret, and leaving the 2 high strings open there. I've got 2 sons now, someone's asking. Edward Arnold, and one of them's 5 and the other one's 2. So yeah, I'll get some Rylynn now for you guys. This is, of course, on the baritone as well. A little different, but hopefully you dig it. All right, there you go. Oh, Carl Marby, you just missed For My Father. It was the one I did before this. But I'm going to archive this video, anybody listening, so you can watch back and catch any of the earlier songs as well. All right. Somebody said Tampa earlier. I'm going to be down there, I think, in February of next year with Tommy Manuel as well, in fact, together. I'm pretty sure. Like 90%. All right, glad I could help Marty. I do have some electric guitar on my EP called Mythmaker. Not much, but there's a tune called Luminaire on there that has piano and acoustic guitar and electric guitar. All right, so let's see. There you go. Yeah, no doubt. So that's kind of fun. Sometimes I like to 9th fret harmonic. Isn't that kind of fun? That's why I don't sing, by the way, that little thing you just heard come out of my mouth. Okay, harp guitar. Why not? Let's do it. Okay, I'm going to take a second to swap out. And he's back. Harp guitar. There it is. From another dimension. Harp guitar. This one's from Michael Greenfield, and it's got koa back and sides, and this nice little point is just cool looking, and then 3 sound holes up there just for fun. Pretty fun. There you go. And it's a fan fret guitar neck. And let's play some tunes on this thing. Maybe bring that up a little bit. So, boom. First time I ever heard a harp guitar was in the music of Michael Hedges. And he became really my biggest musical influence when I was about 17 or so. He really changed my life in a big way. So that's the first time I heard the harp guitar. They've been around for centuries, though. They've just never been a popular instrument, really. Gibson made one, and maybe that was as popular as they ever got. But that was like 100 years ago. So these are kind of rare. But this one was made by a luthier in Montreal named Michael Greenfield. And I'd like to play you a couple of things anyway, before we maybe take some questions and talk about whatever, upcoming tour dates and stuff. That's what I have to do because I'm a tour musician, you know. So this is, I'd like to play this one. This is a Michael Hedges tune, in fact, that guy I mentioned who revolutionized acoustic guitar music really about 30 years ago, 35 years ago. And this is the first song I heard from him on a little record from a Guitar Player magazine that you could tear out. And it's called Because It's There. So, hope you dig it. Hope I don't mess it up. Okay, here we go. What's it feel like to manipulate the Matrix? It feels good. Feels pretty good. Oh man. All right, man. So let's see. Let's see if I can get away without breaking a string. I should have changed these strings before doing this video, just like a real professional. But I was kind of working on stuff and didn't get around to it. So hopefully we don't break a string here. Yeah, that's the dangerous one. Let's see if we can... What was that last song called? It's called Because It's There. It was composed by Michael Hedges. And if you haven't heard of him, please go look him up. He was a real revolutionary guitar player. The friend I never met, indeed. Let's see. Oh, and this, one other thing that's kind of cool. This has got sharpening levers here on this harp guitar. Jaws theme, Jaws theme, Jaws theme, Jaws theme, Jaws theme, Jaws theme. Oh, that's a Saturday Night Live thing, Bill Murray. He was like a lounge singer, and he was doing show tunes that didn't have lyrics. Star Wars! That kind of thing. It's hilarious. This gotta come up. Alright guys, so, whoa. I'm doing tunes from my new live album, which is called Live Book, and you might want to tune that. So, I'm not doing all the requests you guys are shouting out, but, yeah. Let's see here. Let me play you this one, and then I'll try to answer some questions and let you guys know about a few things going on with me coming up. So here's one more tune, and this one was inspired by a trip to California to see the Pacific Ocean, and it's called Into the Ocean. Hope you like it. You need to be in tune, sir. That's better. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, hey, Don Older, I just saw your comment. Hey, pal. Long time no see. But yes, I'm just using an iPhone to do this live book or live thing, Facebook Live thing. So there's that. Yeah, there's that. Yeah. So anybody has any questions? I can take a few anyway. I did teach Chuck Norris how to grow a beard back in '06. That's right. And then I got tired of the beard, and so just let him have it. Yeah, man. I should try to do a cool Dream Theater cover. That is such complicated music, though. There is a guy though that did Space Divest on steel string acoustic guitar. I feel like such an idiot not remembering his name because he's a really great player. But look up Space Divest acoustic guitar on YouTube. I'm sure you'll find it. But anyway, yeah, it's some complicated music. When's Chicago? Like next week. I'm playing at City Winery. So yeah, check that out. Continuing the Mythmaker record label. Not at the moment. It was more complicated than I anticipated, unfortunately, to really make it what I wanted it to be. So maybe it's something I can revisit down in the future, down the road. But at the moment, I'm just focusing on being a musician, you know. So we'll see if I can become some sort of record label guy later or not. But yeah. How long have I been playing? 24 years. 24 years, indeed. I'm 37. I got my first guitar when I was 13, so. My comment is thank you. Thanks for listening. Coming to LA soon. No, not really, unfortunately. What's my favorite beer? Guinness. Electric guitar album coming out anytime soon. Nothing in the works at the moment. How many guitars do you own? I don't know. It's probably, you know, including all the... I've never gotten rid of guitars, so I have my very first guitar still. And so I think, you know, probably around 30 or so guitars. What are some bands, artists that have influenced you? Definitely, I got 4 big influences on the acoustic guitar. I always mention is Michael Hedges, Preston Reed, Don Ross, and Billy McLaughlin. Those guys really inspired my approach to composition on the acoustic guitar and harp guitar, of course, too. But I also love Eric Johnson on the electric guitar. I love the band Dream Theater, and you know, back in the day I was listening to Iron Maiden and Metallica, and Pantera, you know, bands like that. I don't know how much that stuff influences my acoustic guitar stuff. Maybe, you know, rhythmically there's some ideas that happen, but you know, I also like Björk, and there's a band from the 90s that had like one hit, but I love them. They're called Crash Test Dummies, so check them out. I'm just for some reason really into their stuff. Yeah, cool. They still play all of your guitars? No, not really. To be honest, I've been home about 2 weeks since I came home from Hawaii, and I haven't even played guitar. Not at all. Actually, I did play harp guitar one day, but man, I've been hitting the road a lot this year and touring pretty much since the start of the year, so I just really kind of like been playing Overwatch with my wife after the kids go to bed. So Overwatch is a killer game. You got to check that out if you're a gamer. Petrucci is the man, yes. Do I still listen to those bands? Sometimes, yeah. Yep. That's the Crash Test Dummies hit, yeah. But they have an album called Worm's Life, and I just love that album. I could just listen to that whole thing through over and over. Must be heavy playing a harp guitar. How different is it compared to playing a regular guitar? This one isn't too heavy in spite of how huge it looks and all that. I think some Gibsons are heavier than this thing, but it is unusual. You know, you can play the harp side with your right hand, or you can do like the guitar with your fingers and the harp with your thumb. There's a guy named Stephen Bennett, I really should mention too, on the harp guitar, who inspired me as well, and it was the first guy I saw playing a harp guitar live. He plays by reaching up with his thumb and playing the guitar side, and is just a brilliant musician. You got to check out Stephen Bennett if you haven't heard him. All is well, Marcelo. Nice to see you, Mr. Ben Alcazar. Tosin Abasi is an insane guitar player, indeed. Yeah, and I like him. He's unbelievable. I'm on PS4 on Overwatch. I've got both systems. I gotta tell you guys, I'm a mega gamer. I really love games, so I've got all the systems. I've got Xbox One and PS4. I originally had the Xbox One, and then I got the PS4 because all my friends had it, and they started having some exclusives that I needed. So that I needed to get those games. You know. How's your composing process? I've never been to Joplin, Missouri. My composing process, I usually begin messing around with an altered tuning. You know, either I'll come up with a new one or discover a new one that I haven't tried by, you know, looking up other players, what are they using and stuff, and try playing around. You know, I really get inspired by the new tunings a lot, because it's like you have a whole new instrument almost, you know, in a way. So you can find new chord voicings and all that, and just start to let things happen. You know, start to come up with a chord progression or a riff, and then come up with some melodic ideas that could go with it. So that's usually how it works. Noodling around with the Tonewood amp. Yeah, I'm not actually playing the Tonewood tonight, folks, but I'm playing through a couple Fender Acoustasonic amps, acoustic SFX, and so that's what I thought I'd do tonight, just for the live thing. But but I do love those Tonewood amps. They're awesome. I got a bunch more of those X-Brace things, and I put them in like all my guitars, so I can always just hook up one of the Tonewood amps to it and play. So, yes, I dig Zappa, indeed, and the Mothers of Invention stuff too was awesome and really funny. A lot of those tunes are hilarious. My head is shiny. There's a light up above, so that tends to happen when you don't have hair. My harp guitar is all custom. This one is. I've had a couple from the Dyer company that aren't exactly custom. They've got models that they do. Yeah. I don't teach lessons. Jesse Hale asked, do I teach lessons? I don't teach lessons at the moment, but I do have a music camp that's something I wanted to mention during the video here. It's called Musicarium, and we're doing it in August coming up here. And we did it last year in August, and we had people from Turkey and India and Australia and Germany and Mexico and Brazil. It was just from all over the planet, and it was a beautiful thing. Loved it, man. It was so cool. So anyway, we're doing it again in August, and it's going to be me and Craig DeAndrea, Thomas Lieb, and Preston Reed as well. So come learn from us for 4 days in the mountains there. It's at Andy McKee's Musicarium.com if you want to check it out. That's the only sort of teaching I'm doing right now, but next year I'm going to be taking some time off, and I'll probably do some sort of instructional stuff, either some videos or, you know, maybe one of the companies that does those sort of things, instructional courses with guitarists. My manager's been talking to them about that, so I'm sure it'll come together next year. Anyway, guys, I kind of got to wrap this up, so thanks so much for tuning in, and my upcoming dates in the really near future, I've got St. Louis on Thursday, and then Champaign, Chicago, Ferndale, Louisville, like I'm from there, I can say Louisville, and Nashville, and Atlanta. That's all coming up. After that, I'm going on a big Asian tour, and I'm going to read all those off to you. It's Busan and Seoul in Korea, Tainan, Taichung, and Taipei, all those in Taiwan, of course. We got Xi'an, Guangzhou, Wuhan, Beijing, and Shanghai in China, Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh in Vietnam, Kuala Lumpur, and of course Malaysia, and then Singapore in Singapore. How about that? Okay, that gets me through July, and I intend to do one of these little video things, you know, once a month or so, so let's do it again next month. And thanks for listening. Thanks for all your support all these years. Wouldn't be here without you. Wouldn't have any of these guitars. I'd be living in my mom's basement, probably still playing Tribes on computer or something. Anyway, love you guys. Take care. Be well.